Hello bro, skis, hello friends, how are you doing? A few hours ago, to be more precise, like 13 hours ago, we met and at the evening stream and we were sculpting this greenhorn rat. And since the early morning, I was working hard on these arms, and so I made a little changes. So I've made these armbands, and also I did some veins and runes. So yeah, now we continue. Now, while I was walking dog, I went to my other studio to check the printer, and it will be finished around 1 p.m. So can't work on the Necrons at the moment. And now Blender starts lagging because this model is incredibly huge already. So I think we now need to think about downsizing him a bit, because it's too many polygons. As you can see, it's a lot. It's just 11 million triangles. That means that you need to multiply it by 3 and then you're getting like the exact number. So hello Ignatius, hello Federico, hello guys. Now, first thing what we're gonna do, we're gonna connect this arm and sculpt the muscles in the connection. So we will use our beloved Magnus the Red as our sculpting reference. Ed yesterday recommended me this to use his pose as reference, and it's absolutely amazing. I love this idea. Guys, give me a second. I need to check something. I'll be right back. Alright guys, sorry I'm back. So, where were we? We were about to sculpt this awesome rat. Now, we will do the connection. And notice I already merged geosets of these armbands. Oh, hello the Emperor of Finest. Hello James Filler, hello Haro. I wanted to pop onto the actual live stream and let you know that you are doing fantastic work. Love you watching with this. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So let's connect it. Because sculpting separate arm and shoulder makes actually no sense. In terms of you need to achieve this connection of this pectoral muscle to the shoulder, right? So this, like this, it looks not real, and we need to be like we need to spare polygons because it's already too large, and Blender does not get along with large models. So now we need to think of a way how to save space, unfortunately. So in this case, ZBrush, at least what I heard, is better than Blender because it has some kind of way how to deal with large polygon models. So now I am merging two geosets, his arm and his torso, via Boolean function. And first try didn't work, and this is like persisting problem in Blender. This is happening all the time. Then that geosets are many times problematic to merge, but luckily this one worked. So let's connect this seam here. And after some coming back and forth with design, I've decided to give him these armbands on both of his wrist and also on his bicep. Because I really suck at sculpting like precise anatomy, and I want this sculpture to look really good. And B, it looks good. I saw this on Vermin Lords, the existing sculptures, that indeed Skaven, these demons, the Vermin Lords, and also some fan arts, do have these armbands, or how to say, wristbands with Skaven runes. So that's why I wanted to replicate it. Now let's connect this spec. As you can see, our Magnus in this connection, some kind of like connecting arch to his back, to his shoulder, I mean. So here maybe will be like a low. Now let's make him bigger shoulder. Let's make him bolder shoulder. Let's make those delts pop. No, I woke up, I walked my dog, and immediately I ran towards the computer, and I was so excited to start on this. This project is totally getting me excited more and more. And you may be thinking that there is not much work to be done here. There is a lot of work still which we need to do. Hello Ed! Hey brother, it's looking great, thanks for sharing your tips and tricks, keep the awesome content coming. I will, I promise. Thank you very much. What I would love to have is an editor, because again, editing the footage is not one of my strengths, and that frankly I found like time consuming, and I would rather have an editor so I can work twice as much, so we'll have twice as fast content. So hopefully I will find some, And look how our great jagged red is looking. Now this is what I call a shoulder. Yeah, this will do. Let's make him some nice striations. But first, merge it together with a nice texture. So I see some new guys in the chat, so I will brief you with how I sculpt. So I was mentioning it a couple of times that what I noticed, what I observed, that a lot of 3D sculptors are not thinking about their models to be printed, so they are not in the head of the painter. However, since I'm painting my own models, I think of it and I rather sculpt all models with detailed texture on a skin, and it looks way better once you're painting it because it takes washes well. So let's give him the striations in here. So one gotta love the shoulder stripes, as you can see. Oh, I don't have them right now, but if I would be lean enough, you will see what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a nice connection. So now again, go back to the orb brush, do the texture, and then we're gonna imprint some runes, even though they will be obscured with a pauldron. So he will have the armor shoulder pads. I'd like to still give him this treatment of runes. Oh, I forgot to turn off my dynamic topology. So let's do one step back and do it. Hello, Chickenator. I hope everyone is great. I was like saying it like a few minutes ago that immediately after I woke up, I walked my dog, eat something, and head straight to the computer, and I'm working on this fella since the early morning. Some advice for those who want to start with 3D printing. What program do you recommend? I'm using Blender, so I am recommending Blender. And it's free, and you can do a lot with it. At this point where I am with my skills, but I'm no pro by any means, but I'm comfortable to say enough I can produce highly detailed sculpts in Blender. So at my point, I can compete with ZBrush sculptors. So, and I'm not paying 400 euro for a sculpting program. So as you can see, I have this pauldron here, and I have it hidden, and that is for one reason that we are saving polygon space, because large models are not well in Blender. And since I've sculpted him a bigger shoulder than yesterday, we need to bend our armor plate. So grab a drag brush and make him a little bending, or whatever the word is. Yes. Okay, this will do, I guess. And maybe make the pauldron a bit smaller. Something like this. So this is... since he is a god, right? He does not necessarily need his armor as a protection, more like a decoration. So that's why I don't need to like clad him in big armor, just for him to have this kind of decoration on it. and break the monotony of the exposed skin. Let's see how this looks like. No, this is too far away. Let me just bend it like this and this. Yes, this is the good position. And I want to sculpt him also a necklace consisting of these Skaven runes. So he will... there is another pauldron here. Let me just show it to you here, right? So I want to connect it with a nice necklace or the armor chain with the runes. So this will be connected. And also he has these pauldrons on the back, which are right now hidden for the sake of the saving space. So they will be connected with this one. Alright, so we have the armor. Let's hide it. And now let's do the arms. So first we start by giving arm a texture. So again we grab our orb brush. Give it a texture. And I want to make him a huge rune, even though it will not be visible because his arm is like upside down, like his upper palm is facing down. It won't be seen, but I still want to make him a rune on his palm. That's a very, very good location. It's a good location. And from his hand will be a green flame coming out, so he's like casting a spell, right? Like, look at my powers. So he's nonchalantly manifesting the warp flame out of his hand. So yesterday we were talking also about the lore, and guys mentioned in the chat that right now in Age of Sigmar, the Great Horned Rat is acknowledged as a 5th Chaos God, which I absolutely love. It's great news. And what is his affiliation? What he as a god represent? So Korn is rage, Nurgle is pestilence, right? Zinj is magic and intelligence, and Slanesh is deprivation, right? And like decadence. But what is the like main shtick of the Great Horned Rat? What do you think? Alright, more runes, more. So one can be here, 1, 2 can be here, something like that. Now this palm can stay as it is, and right now, yes, furthermore striations on the hand, so it's more textured. Do you sculpt the whole thing from pre-made figure or parts and fuse them? No, it's everything is from scratch. By the way, how I sculpt, how I tackle sculpting is that yes, I sculpt it on parts so we can position it later, and also we can like produce many variants of this figure so we can like change the position. But everything here is sculpted from scratch. So on the first stream we made a head from the scratch, horns, then the body, you know. So yeah. Hello Honigam. And the big boy looks buff. Yeah. I prefer him to have like a muscular body, because I was referring from one description from a Demon Slayer book. If you remember, Lurk Snitch Tank was describing the Horned Rat while he was hiding in a Spirit of Grungi in the box. So when he was exposed to the warp storm, so he was exposed to big, he was exposed to huge amounts of warpstone, he starts to mutate and he grew muscles. And he explicitly described that now when he's a muscular, he's looking like a great horned rat. So yes, indeed, the great horned rat is a muscular god, which kind of makes sense if you think about it. So now what I'm doing, besides rambling, is making his flame from his arm. So no, this is not good. Maybe one thick stream like here. Maybe one here. Now let's go into bumps and make these striations on the flames. So also make it a bit like a smaller, like this. No worries. We're gonna further play with it. Now this flame does not need to be sculpted in like great detail because it will be shade smooth, and I would prefer it to be flat. That's probably the only thing I like to keep like with flat surface, and that is the magic of flame effect, right? So here, maybe sculpt something like here. So probably increase the brush power by a bit. I'm looking forward, guys, when this will be done and printed. I'm really looking forward to paint it. Now let's hide these two things here. And also, this kind of make no sense, so get rid of this stream of flame. On the evening stream we had a lot of fun, like demonstrating how the muscles work and like posing him, especially when we were doing this. So Kidbash Carnage suggested him to have nipple rings, which I kind of liked, so I gave him that. So our boy is pierced. Now let's go into bumps brush, and has the power to like whole one and further striate it on the sides, on here and here and here and here. Now let us just move it to his hand, how it looks like. And I need to striate it furthermore. In Slovakia currently it's super hot. It's around like already 30 degrees outside and I'm sweating like hell. I prefer colder climate. Maybe make this a bit thicker. Something like this. I kinda like it. What do you think, guys? So he's about to cast, like, absolutely nonchalantly the biggest warp flame this world has ever seen. Cool. So, let me have a sip of a drink. Or my beloved water with magnesium. If I remember, because he replaced Slanesh during the end time, he just asked him as a gift thanks to Archon, but yeah, I wonder what he could represent besides Skavens, which means Skaven have so much faith in him that he can be in the Pantheon. Pretty dope. Pestilence, Nurgle is like representing Pestilence, so this one, I would love to say he represents a trickery or like a cunning, but that's a Zinj part. Good question, because every like even major or minor chaos god, like Hashut for example, Hashut represents Ash. No, sorry, he's Ash. Yeah. Hashut is Ash. For example, Belacor, in Total War 3, his story, like he was supposed to ascend after he killed Urson, but it's not canon, so but like theoretically, hypothetically, if he ascends, he will represent Shadow, which is also amazing. But what would our Great Horned Red represent? It's funny that he ascended thanks to Archeon, if you think about it, because Archeon is also a powerful one. I was like expecting him to ascend. Let's save it. Now let's work on the legs. So his legs are right now underdeveloped. So do the connection between his feet and legs. So we need to make it thicker. Now I'm like curious if I merged his wristbands on the other arm too or not. Yeah, I did. Shoot. No, I made a mistake. I made a mistake because I was counting these armbands. And I already merged them, so we have to do it all over again. But it's okay. It will not take a long time. So once you merge things in Blender, like two geosets, they cannot be separated. So yeah, that's unfortunate. So let's make him a nice connection here. And also, I think it will make sense if he has fur on at least this side of the thighs. What do you think? Because he has like his back covered in fur. And right now his leg connections seems a bit weak, so that's why I will reinforce it with like a thicker armor bands. And you know what? It's actually good that I need to sculpt it from the scratch again, because at least I will make it thicker, so his like a chin wraps will be longer. We'll play some fur tufts. Yeah, he has already fur covered back, and Also forgot to do this. So his loincloth, I just duplicate it. And no, he has to have tail. Forgot about the tail, so also we're gonna sculpt like his twin tail. But for now, leave this cloth here until we decide what to do with. Anyway, no, let's do the legs. So I'm gonna merge his one foot. You could give him a huge bush and lose the loincloth for shame on the gun. No, I would love to keep the loincloth because I really like the design of like. This might sound weird, but I love wearing aprons. So this design of having cloth like hanging between your legs, it's visually pleasing, and I would love to keep that. So I will keep his loincloth, but these two loincloths will be connected with a chain with the runes. Yeah, but he will have patches of fur on the upper side of the thighs, and I need to sculpt him muscles there also. So connect his feet. Now let's first multiply the polygons on his thighs, because right now it's pretty low poly. Then we're gonna sculpt muscles. Let us see. Is it too much? No, this is okay. So first texture it, so I know where are we at. Then muscles, and then armor. I'm worried about the tails, guys. I won't lie to you. Tails are fiddly pieces, and I need to think about printing him. And I cannot ditch the tails, because tail is important thing. He will have like this majestic, long twin tail from his ass, and we need to figure out how to sculpt it so it will be printed nicely, and it's not far away from the model, if you know what I mean. I hope you will be here on stream when we will be painting it, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. Now I'm working on a connection because I bought like a new phone, this S24 Samsung, and it's supposed to have this function. So once I connect it through the wire, it should serve as a webcam. But right now it's not, and I don't know why. So I'm doing my research. But once I fix it, I'll be streaming through that, and that camera is absolutely amazing. So the like the video quality will be way better. Okay, let's do the muscles. Let's do the muscles. So his quads, which is quadriceps, as you can see, as you can hear by the name, it has like 4 large muscles. So let's sketch it. Sorry, I need to look on my thigh. So there is one up above the knee. So 2 of them. Okay, this was not bad what I did. So 2 of them are like this, these huge ones. Okay, and now immediately there is another muscle starting here. So it's something like this. Now here is the fourth one. Yes. This is this is really advantage. This is advantage to being muscular. At least you can use your body as reference. Yeah. So fur will be on this side. Now let's make him striations. And then we'll smooth it out. So once you flex your leg, you will notice that you have these mass striations which are going diagonally, and here will be actually the strongest one. These are the hamstrings. So once you are on a diet, there will be more visibly more striated. So something like this. Let's his kneecap needs to be bigger. Flexing them. A little piggy tail. If you can make 2 or 3 extra points of contact, maybe the base on the other tail wrapping around the stuff. Yeah, but definitely that's something I need to do. I have this in mind. So once we are done with legs and his armor on the legs, we're gonna switch into weapon, his staff. And his staff will be connection point to tails. At least one. Alright, let's do the calf. Yeah, it's calf. Now, I like this, how I already sketched it, so I will not do anything with it. Put the striation on it, so his calves are also striated. Because our boy been lifting. Now, maybe a few of them here, and I immediately will do it on the other side as well, so I don't forget. No, that's too strong. Let's tone it down a bit. Alright, something like this. Now, here. Alright, this is cool. Let's do the other leg now. So again, we replicate the process. So one part of the quad will be here. Then another one is going. Another one is going from this side. So this is the huge muscle ball. Then one from here, and now let's do this striation. So like this is the kneecap. Okay, now this needs to be almost like a connected. Also this one, and now I will do... okay, this is nice, and now the last one will be here. And also he will have these love handles. Okay. Maybe a few more definition in here. Alright, yes! Fucking nailed it. Now let's do the striations. And then we're gonna do the texture. Then we're gonna do some runes. So a few gently stripes in here, in here, in here, in here. Now stronger stripes on his hamstrings. Because once you are, if you have muscular legs and you are almost in this like a squatting position, your hams are always flexed and striated. So could be like this. Let's save it. Now go into orb brush and sculpt it. Now this loincloth is really low poly. I fetched it from another model. I don't recall. I guess it was a troll one. So this is a reused asset. So I need to like enhance the texture, make it like a proper cloth texture. And when it comes to design of the cloth, I would love to have it something majestic, as our boy Magnus here have, so no holes inside that. Alright, so we have this. Now let's do the runes, because the main art which I'm drawing my inspiration from, this huge, like, which is down here on the stream, he have a lot of these runes imprinted on his body, so that's what we're gonna do. So it's not tattoos, it's like engravings, so his skin is covered with them. So a few of them here, maybe here, one on his scalp. Now let's switch the brush for rune number 2. Refresh it, and let's do this one. It's still the same. Nice, 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 nice. Nice, nice. Here, one here, and that's enough. Maybe one here. Oh. This is good. This is so cool. So we have one here. And one will be also here, but we don't have it textured yet. Oh, I'm forgetting the fur. Now let's do the veins. Let's do the veins. No, there are no veins on the upper side of the calves, so just here, one big here, one here, one here, and maybe one here, and maybe one here. Okay, cool. Let's save our progress. Let's have a sip of water. Could always cut and key detail as a separate piece. That's true. Even though it's not my style, but yeah, that's worst case scenario. That's some lowbodified now McDonald's for the Great Horn one. Yeah, he's like feeding on the finest meat in the warp. Okay, let's do the fur. So let's fetch ourselves a fur brush and make it a bit stronger. Front faces only. And obscure all these runes, because this will be just for fur. Also here. And maybe also a different brush, something like this. Definitely worth buying fur brushes or making your own, because sculpting this manually, you can like, this will drive you mad, I'm telling you. So also some hair on his ass. This is nice. And okay. Let's make him a bush. What about armpit hair? No. No, he's shaving his armpits. Hello, Nemorius. Hello there, I hope I'm not too late. No, it's still like going on a... We're having the best time of our lives sculpting Great Horned Rat. And how about fur on his kneecaps? That's not bad. No, it is bad. Let's leave them home. Hey, stay-at-home wizard! How's the things going from the other side of the world? Everything alright in Australia? And also, there's a hair growing on his... whatever this is. But it will be covered in armor. Anyway. Good. Let me save it, because we did a lot of progress here. Armor. Armor on the legs. Right now. He will have these sheen armor guards, so these until here will be covered. So fetch ourselves a cylinder. Wait, again, let's do it again. I fetch a small one. So, sorry. Again. Hello Fabian. Good beautiful weather and I found a shop 1 hour drive away where I can buy big sheets of XPS foam, so it might be time to order Proxon from Germany. Well, I'm glad that you found it. How much does it cost? Is it expensive? And what kind of XPS are selling there? Tell me a color and maybe I will know. So we have ourselves a cylinder and let me just play with it with a bit of his position. Blue by the looks with the factory surface, or so like this triangular rough factory surface, or the smooth one. And what thickness? 3, 5, 10 centimeters. The sheets, I mean. Okay, let's go. So approximately this size, maybe a tad bigger. Dobra, all right. Let's texture it. Not too much. something like this. Okay. Go into edit mode, then make a damage on it. This will do. Now I have the right proportion, so let me put it in place so I can wrap around these armbands correctly. Armband, sorry. Shin. What is the ankle? It's ankle, right? How to say it? How would you name this piece of armor? What are these? Ankle wraps? Okay, let's make it more texture first. Texture first, then we do something else. Which program do this for? Yeah, Blender, render, Blender. Only Blender. Now mine looks different than what you might see on the other sculptors, and that's because I customize it. Besides the fact that I have like hundreds of custom brushes, I also change the colors to match. So basically what I like sculpting in this color. So this reminds me the gray putty I was sculpting when I was like hand sculpting, so that's why. But you can change, for example, madcap to, I don't know, green, or this one. This one also looks nice. The black one, light. This looks nice. But I prefer, in a sculpting mode, I prefer not to use madcap but to use studio lights, because madcap is, since it's playing with the shadows, right? It's working with the shadows, so it's taking a lot of like computer utility, because Blender is not made for working with the large models, which is a shame, because after all those years I was hoping that they will somehow fix it, but still no, they don't like to do it. So way how the animators work, or the like model makers for the movies, is that they don't sculpt like that high of a polygon models, and they use like painted textures as wrapping around the model, which looks way better. But since we are miniature painters and sculptors, our texture need to be manually inserted. Something like this could work, I guess. It's nice. Now let's decorate it. Let's increase the polygon size, so at least to 4, so we can imprint. Yeah, this is nice. So we can imprint the runes and make like a metallic damage on it. Then going to go fetch ourselves a Skaven rune. Change it to the first one. The sculpt looked amazing. Well, thank you very much. I'm Smooth, I think it has available 20, 30, 50 and it's blue. That's a good one then. This is one of those best ones. I think you got yourself a thin foam, the brand. I might be wrong, but what you're describing seems like a good foam. If it has a smooth factory surface and it's XPS and it's blue, then it's a good one. The best foam I've ever seen and work on with is the blue one, and it's called a thin foam, like the brand. And this is what I'm using predominantly when I found it on the construction sites. Okay, so we have ourselves a room bracer. Now I'm thinking about decorating it with something else. So let's fetch ourselves a bolts. Maybe we will come up with some nice design. Or maybe spikes? We can cheat a system maybe for... Now I see the use of spikes on his ankle armor shins, and that is for the purpose of kicking. So if he get himself into some titanic god conflict, so he could kick his enemy and it's gonna hurt because he will have spikes in here. Cool, now let's decorate it with some damage. So let's, for example, give him a few beaten parts here and there. Now also this. Cool, and we have ourselves a finished ankle wrap. Now let's replicate it and use it on this leg as well, and it should match because they should be symmetrical. If not, we will fix it. Yeah, that's a good one, the good idea, Nemorius. I'm doing that too, like traveling, and when I see a construction site, I go there and ask, and they're always giving me like huge pieces for free. Because they always throw away a lot of the unused foam. Come on. Let's wrap it around his... So any idea what power this god manifest? What will be his shtick? Nice. So Horned Rat is god of what? Malevolence. That could be it. Alright. Okay, legs are done. Now, loincloth with the chain around his... what you call it? His waist will be done once we're done with tail. Work on the other arm now. So let's connect this arm to the body. And let's see where we at. This will 100% won't work on the first try. Come on. Come on, it's still working, it's still working. Yeah, it worked, nice. Nice, and we have ourselves a good connection. Great, so let's merge these two muscle groups together and sculpt him some nice shoulder boulder. Boulder shoulder. A ruin. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. God of Ruin. I think you're right. Yes, I think I heard this somewhere, like in book. I read it somewhere. It oddly struck familiar, so probably you're right, because I really heard this somewhere. God of Ruin. That's an excellent description. Magnus, come here. I need your shoulder. So this connection needs to be enhanced. This will be reduced, and now the shoulder will go from this position, and this will be like this, and now enlarge his shoulder. Okay, now I really like how this turned out. So texture it. Oh. Let's give it a nice proper texture. Okay, cool. Now striations. Treachery sounds good. Treachery is also one of the attributes of Zinj, and they don't call it treachery, they call it change, which is like the clever way of saying they are treacherous bastards, untrustworthy. But the God of Ruin, yeah, that's, as you say, it's one of the lores of magic in which 3, yeah, Total War 3, yeah. I think that's it. Now let's decorate it with a more texture, and then we're gonna do the runes, even though it's gonna be obstructed. We don't care. Okay, so we have ourselves a seamless connection. Align the shoulder pad. I like to copy this one. Since it's already bent, we did it before. And move him here. So again, these are not these shoulder pads are not for protection. They are more reserved for decoration. So it's like a jewelry. That's why I made them like smaller. So they're gonna be part of the necklace. This is a god and he does not need an armor. Yes, this looks great. So now I'm thinking of saving it. What is the best place for you to get in touch for a collaboration? Write me on Instagram, the DMs. That's like the main place where I communicate with people. Or email. But I prefer Instagram. That's so cool. What now? What now? Let's save him for now. And I'm still not convinced if I will leave these armor plates on his back. I don't know. I really don't know now. Because it may not be even necessary. Let's save it now. I will let it rotate and I need to look at it for a few, I want to say seconds. Let's look at our big boy. His tails. But now it's time to do the stuff, I think. Okay, yeah, let's do the stuff. Now, open browser. And let's search for reference. So looks fantastic. Thank you. He will not have weapon. He's a god. I don't see him engaging much with a physical contact. However, I want to make him stuffed with maybe a giant Skaven rune on top of it, something like this. But not this stupid, like these little bells and stuff. He needs something magnificent. Also not made from wood. He's a god, he will not have wood and stuff, right? So it's gonna be made from pure metal. And I'm thinking making this rune, right, on the tip of his staff. And in the middle of the rune there will be a giant, like a warp stone gem. Ah, this one has something like that. Yes. This is not. This is a lovely model. This is beautiful sculpt. Yeah, but we do this. All right. So I will. I have already. I made already a Skaven logo. So let me fetch it. I already have this one, and I think I made this one. It's just a simple geometrical patterns. So we use this one. Okay, let's import STL. Now I'll move. Let's first settle the length of his stuff. Now this is appropriate, I think. Okay, so let us move it here and hide a few of these armor plates to save the Blender from reading that much polygons. You wanna see something, some banger? Look. I will select this all. And check how many verticals it has. It has, brace yourself, 21 million triangles multiplied by 3, which makes it 63 million polygons. This is insanely large model already. Insanely large. 63 million polygons on this model. Google Necromancer site and view the third image. Alright. Diablo. Diablo Necromancer. This one from ArtStation. Giving me the site is not a bad idea. What about the Rune of Ruin or scale symbol? I don't want things to hang from his stuff. So, since he's a god, he has to. His weapon is not. Imagine it like cast, like made from pure metal. So his stuff will be magnificent. So I want it to be simple yet really detailed, if you know what I mean. Hello, Felix. I'm great. How about you? Let me sink in this idea. First, let's try to make it with this rune on top of it. Can you stand straight for a quick second, for fuck's sake? No, I will do it differently. For the sake of exact geometry, I will fetch another cylinder and make it insanely large. Something like this, right? Maybe a bit larger. Put this rune on top. And the warp crystal, yes, can be placed in the middle of it and it will be like this. That's a nice one. I need to smooth this out and detail it later. That's not the issue. Don't worry, we're gonna detail it later. Or soon. Okay, let's fetch ourselves a cube. And we're gonna make a crystal now. Easy trick how to make crystal in Blender is just to fetch a basic cube and then subdivide it into this, and click apply, and then make it like this, and now we can work on the details. Let's first recalculate the normals. Joy, Flocky. What's it? What's it? My dodo just woke up. What? Do you hear him whine? You can scrape? No. I have a better idea. Go into OCD, make a bit of damage on this. So something like this, and apply. Shade flat. Now, what I need to do right now is to I'll have to export this because normals were not recalculated. So I have to do it old school way. Just for a second, delete this, then I can hide these triangles here, these and this, and import our gemstone. Now it should be fine. Yeah, okay. I'm going to sculpting mode and scrape it. into weaker. So we create ourselves a nice crystal with pointy, you know, pointy point. And make it a bit more sharper. And we will leave it as it is now because I need to sync this idea a bit. So right now I need to walk my dog because he's gnawing on my feet. And I need to check my 3D printer. So I need to check the status and clean the Necron pillars. Then yes. Whew, nice. I need to cook my lunch because I have nothing to eat. Your dogs want attention. Miss my dog too. She's at home. Yeah, dogs are loving. Where is he? He's now eyeballing me. I need to walk him. Yeah, the gem will definitely glow. But I need to really think about it. So guys, let's end this for now, because this needs more preparation. I'm looking forward for painting it. Alright guys, so awesome stream. I thank everyone who was here. It's always a pleasure to chat with you and to create some nice things. And I hope to see you on tomorrow evening stream. And yeah, in the afternoon I will work on another video. I'm making tutorial of the Loon Shrine, so which will come tomorrow, so you can watch it on my YouTube and it's gonna be amazing. Thank you, Corinne. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for being here. You're amazing and see you at the next one. Bye.